Hey everyone, welcome to AR Weekly. Depending on how you prefer to consume content, I just want to say you can consume this in the video format on YouTube or Spotify, audio format on all the podcast platform, or you can also go directly to my internet site at adamroberge.com and read it as a newsletter. So what is AR Weekly? AR Weekly is me sharing my 5 insight from last week of living, training, learning. So here we go. So how is this gonna work? So it's gonna be divided in 5 categories. So it's gonna be 5 insights that hopefully will improve your training, your performance, but also the way you live your life. The 5 insights will be divided into 5 categories. So the first category is going to be a weekly workout report. So we're going to go over my favorite workout of the week. I'm going to share numbers with you and also my number one takeaway from the workout so you can hopefully implement it into your training. The second category is going to be about nutrition and or recovery. You'll see most of the time they kind of go together. So this week is a good example. The nutrition / recovery tip really work together. The third section is going to be the book I read this week. And rather than giving you takeaway, I'm just going to give you 3 quotes that I'm pondering, and hopefully you can include 1, 2, or 3 of them into your daily thinking. And the fourth category is going to be one piece of technology that just made my life or made my work easier this week. And the fifth section is going to be a note to self, so you can see it as a mindset training. So we're going to go over one mindset idea that hopefully can enhance your training or just make your head or your life better. And this week I have a bonus. Probably every week we'll have a bonus. Most of the time I feel like it's going to be about music. I listen to a lot of music on the bike, so I'm just going to share an album that I particularly enjoy last week on the bike or off the bike maybe, but most of the time I think it's going to be on the bike. So let's just jump into it. So the AR Weekly workout report is a 4-hour and 30 fat bike workout. Right now the fat bike conditions are just incredible. We had a very hot day, so the snow melted. And with the cold temperature now, it froze. So it's literally like asphalt in the wood. It's maybe my favorite type of training, I would say. I really love gravel, but fat biking is just incredible. So the workout was a 4-hour and 32 workout, 76 kilometers with an average speed of 17 kilometers. That's actually very fast for fat biking. The effort measurements on Strava is intense, so 225. Personally, I don't use this metric really much. It gives me a small idea because it's based on heart rate. But heart rate, depending on how tired you are, can be misleading. So I use it kind of as a second metric. The first one is really power. So I look pretty much at TSS. So this workout was 209 TSS with almost 4,000 calorie burn. So the workout was pretty straightforward. So 4 times 10 minutes at pretty much threshold, but rather than doing the 10 minutes at 100%, I was splitting the 10 minutes into blocks of 140 seconds at 105% of threshold with 20-second rest. So overall, it was giving me about 95% of threshold for 10 minutes. So pretty hard, but manageable because I was just doing 10 of them. And I had a 4-minute rest in between every 10 minutes. After that threshold at the beginning, I had 3 hours of endurance into the trails here. So the fat bike trails, like I said, perfect condition. And I was finishing the workout with an anaerobic finish with a 20-second all out followed by 40-second at 65%. Those 20, 40 over under were divided into 2 blocks of 5 minutes. So 20-second on, 40-second off for 5 minutes, then 5 minutes, 20-second on, 40-second off. So as for the takeaway of the workout, it's pretty straightforward. There's a trail, a fat bike trail that's not really rideable from my house, but given that this workout was 4 hours and 30 with some threshold and some endurance, I knew I could make a lot of ground. So I just decided to do my threshold work without turning back. So normally the 10 minutes, I would like do 10 minutes up a hill, go down, 10 minutes up a hill. You understand the concept, but this time I just went straight to the trail. So did all my threshold interval on the way to the trail so I could enjoy that beautiful trail. So I guess the little takeaway is just to make it fun. I knew it would be a challenging workout, and in the morning it's just extra motivation to know that you're going to be able to ride your favorite trail on the ride. So let's go now to the AR nutrition / recovery tip. So this is something I've implemented in the last 2 weeks, and honestly, it's been amazing. So when I come back from a ride, I'm really tired, and it's easy for me to not be very disciplined with my time in like the 30 minutes or hour following the workout. And I feel like I'm kind of losing a lot of it. So I'm like checking Strava, I don't know, checking my phone a little bit. And now I've just implemented a very, very straightforward routine. So I arrive from the workout, I take a shower, and then I just take a protein powder and mix it into some milk. I use the Perfect Sport triple chocolate whey protein powder. Here it is. If you're on the video, you see what I use. And I just mix this with some cereal. Super straightforward, gives me a lot of carbs, a lot of protein. And as soon as I'm done eating this, I just go lie down, read for 15 minutes, and then take a nap. So it kind of helps me kill that time where I kind of need to recover, because after a workout, my head is tired, my body is tired. And by just following this routine, rather than relaxing in like an unproductive way, I relax in a productive way. So I feel like after that relaxation session, so after eating, then reading, then napping, I feel way more rested than if I just like eat and lose a little bit of time on Strava or social media or whatever. So just being way more purposeful with this recovery session also allows me then, when I'm done with my nap, I'm kind of ready to take on the second part of the day, which is most of the time work related about cycling. So now for the AR Weekly book suggestion, I've read Lying by Sam Harris last week. Super short read. It's pretty much like an essay. I would say it's an essay that convinces you to stop lying. And it's, yeah, super easy read, super short read, but they're really clever. And here's 3 quotes that I'm keeping in my head at the moment from the book. So the first quote is, "The moment we consider our dishonesty from the point of view of those we lie to, we recognize that we will feel betrayed if the role were reversed." The second quote is, "One of the greatest problems for the liar is that he must keep track of his lie. Some people are better at this than others." And the last one is, "If we have an history of being honest, our praises and encouragement will actually mean something." So now for the fourth category, one piece of tech that really improved my work this week. I just received the new Aero socks from Rule 28. I'll be working with them in 2024, and I'm super excited because, as you know, probably gravel is getting more and more competitive, and Aero is just becoming more and more important. And Rule 28 is all about aerodynamic. And it's really nice to kind of be back into my aero mindset from my TT days, When I was racing TT, I just knew that Aero was everything. That was a mantra. I was always repeating myself. It's incredible when you compare numbers with other racers, how the numbers varied depending on how aero a rider is, and power is really not everything. So yeah, I just wrote the socks on the trainers, so not really useful, but I'm super thrilled to save some watts in the following future with those aero socks. So now we're gonna move to this week's note to self or mindset tip is about the fluency illusion. This is a problem that's, I would say, really specific to high performer, and it arises when you do something hard that makes you feel good, but also makes you believe that you're doing exactly the right thing. The way I would explain it is that, let's say, as a rider, I really like long intervals because they make me feel good, but they also make me feel like I've done a lot of work. But I don't really like shorter interval because they are painful, but there's like less work and I don't perform as good as them. So the fluency illusion would make me do more and more tempo workout. But when I would look at how I'm training, it would be very hard for me to see that I'm not doing the right thing because those long tempo workout makes me feel very good. So how do we combat this? I would say the easiest way is just to train with other people or simulate what you will encounter in races. So let's say if we continue with the training metaphor, if I just train long stuff, but I train with people or I race against people, and there's a super small hill that everybody goes super fast on, it will be very easy for me to see that I'm missing training into that area. So the way I would counter this fluency illusion is really to make sure that you're training or at least racing with people, and this will be your best ally to really show you your weakness that are maybe super cleverly hidden by just feeling very good because you train hard and you feel like you're doing the right thing. So that's pretty much all the content that will improve your life and your performance this week. The last one is just a bonus. It's an album that I've listened to for the last 2 months. The album is Dragon, You, Warm Mountain, I Believe in You. It's an album by Big Thief. I've discovered it 2 months ago, so not too long ago. It's just very good. It's not really the type of music I listen to a lot, but you can play the album from start to finish and every song is amazing, or you can shuffle the album and every song is amazing. I know that doesn't make really much sense because it's the same songs, but you know, there's some album that you kind of need to listen to the song in order. This one you can just shuffle it and there's like a very amazing moment into every song. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the first one, so please let me know on whichever platform you're listening to, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, if you're on the podcast or just reading the thing. Send me a comment, send me a DM, whatever. I will read the comment to really make sure I'm improving this content. My goal with this is really to switch the way I do content to provide as much value as possible. I've really changed my way of consuming everything that's on social media in the past 3 months, and it has really improved my life, I would say. So I'm just trying to provide content that I feel will be valuable and not make you lose your time. So thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next week for the second AR Weekly.